Hello and welcome back. In this class, we are going to learn how to insert and edit images within LibreOffice. Now, to insert image, you have to make sure you are at the Home tab, okay? And then you can come to the top over here. You can see Insert an Image, but you have to specify exactly where you want to insert that image. So you can come over here. Let's say we want to insert the image in between these paragraphs. Okay, this paragraph, I want to insert the image at this point. And come to Insert Image. So you can click Insert Image. And you can select from anywhere within your document where you have that image that you want to insert. Right, so assuming I have this image, I can just click on Open, and you can see right now I have inserted my image. Now I can play around with so many things as regards this image, because there are lots of properties that came up once I insert this image. So while selecting this image, I can come to the edge and I can resize it if I'm interested in resizing it. All right. I can resize it, and right now you can see it is floating alongside my text. That is because this is the optimal selection that we have. You can have it side by side with your text, or this way. Okay, you can see the arrangement, or you can see it, you can float within your document or thereabout. But what I always like to have is to have it directly none, set to none, which means it's going to occupy the space that I have. Right, so once I click here, and I can just hit on Enter to have my I can click and drag and move it across very easily. So this is my text right now, and I can click to have it anywhere within my document. All right. Alright, so while still selecting, if you notice something, that when we click out, we are editing the text, the properties that we have is different from when we select our image. So we have a number of things that we can deal with. For example, the positioning over here, these are positions. You can put it through the document, or this is through a text. Once you click on this, it's going to float, like I've explained, on top of the text. Let's give an example. You can see right now it is floating on top of the text. Okay, but then this is none, which is going to give it that initial position that we put it after the text. Okay, all right, so this is the position that we give it in the first place. All right, so still while selecting the text, you can still while selecting the text, you have the option to change the alignment. You can align left, right, center. Right now it's align right. You can align left, you can bring it to the left, and you can align right as well. Okay, or you can leave it at center if you're interested. Or if you have many items, you can change the alignment to the middle anchor, or to the top anchor, or to the right bottom anchor as well. Okay, so you can change it accordingly, and you can change the layering in cases if you have multiple images. You can bring to the front. This one you can put it one forward one item at a time, which means ahead of one image at a time. Okay, back one, you can go down one, or thereabout. Send to back, it's just going to go back directly, or to foreground or to background. Okay, just like that. You can change in all of these basic things. And over here you have the option to crop the image. You can crop it directly. You can just select, and you can see we can crop some section of it. You can crop this section as well if you want to crop any section, and once you're done, you can click on crop down again and you're done cropping. Okay, or you can click out. Okay, so still selecting the text, you have the option to flip. You can flip right, left. So let me undo this cropping with Command Z. You can select the document and you can flip. Okay, you can flip vertically, you can flip horizontally, and or thereabout, depending. Okay, you can flip it. You can see we've just flipped it completely in the opposite direction. Okay, so you can flip however you want it, and you can rotate by 90 degrees. You can see this is 90 degrees rotation, and this is another 90 degrees the other way, and you can see it has just brought it back to normal. And if you want to do custom rotating, you can click on this, and in your own you can just drag. You can see right now I'm rotating it, and once I release, you can see I've rotated it in this direction. Still while selecting this, you can click also and drag, and you can see I've rotated it back to the way it was. And you can change the transparency of this particular text. You have quite a number of controls. For example, you can see we are changing the transparency. right now it is becoming transparent. Okay, so if you make it 100%, which means it's going to be plainly white. So let's make it something like 80 so you can see the transparency I'm talking about. And when you revert back to 0, then you see that it is fully not transparent. So this is the exact image. You can play around with the coloration as well. You can add any of the color that you see here accordingly, and it's going to make it a bit beautiful and different. Depending, if you want to add some red, you can go ahead and add some red, or you can add some greenish color to this, and you can see it is popping it out a little bit and making it very clearer. Now, another thing that you must pay attention to when dealing with images is that when you select, this is the basic ones that comes up, you can equally have the same access from here. When you come to this small arrow, this sidebars, you can see image properties over here. So while still selecting the image, you have the option to do all of this. You can wrap left, right, optimal, before, after, through a text. You can change all of these features. The spacing, you can play around with it. The color mode, the brightness and contrast, the transparency, you can play around with all of these. You can define the width and height also of this particular image, and you can do the rotation also from here manually. You can see on your own with just selection and just dragging, you can see you can do 360 degrees in terms of the rotation. Okay, and you can always come back to 0 to bring it back to the way it was. You can flip it right, left, and you can change the alignment as well, like we've explained earlier, and you can change the arrangement as well from all of these features. So there are quite a number of controls that you have as regards images that you can deal with within LibreOffice. So this basically concludes this class about importing and managing images within LibreOffice. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.